I was thinking as we talk about these two extremes as well, that the cynicism bit that we were talking about earlier, it's almost something about fully belonging in any camp. So
Hmm.
if I am around, so as a mindfulness practitioner, mindfulness is quite mainstream. So I could be around a load of GPs, or I could be in like a business setting talking about making a business case for mindfulness. And it's very, small c conservative and all of that. And I will be the one feeling like they're missing out on the woo. I'm the woo woo one
Yeah, yeah,
that thinks that they don't get it.
yeah,
And then if I'm in a woo woo camp with all of the people with the crystals and the smudging or whatever, then I'm like, oh yeah, but what about this? And it's like instead of going, I am embracing all, there's a bit of me going, well, I'm not quite here and I'm not quite there. So there's something in there about yes, I don't know if it's something about belonging or something about
mm,
kind of um yeah, the part of me that's going, yes, but this and yes, but that. Does that
yeah.
make sort of
It
sense?
does make sense, yeah. Because in one sense you're feeling expansive because you're like, oh, they don't get it, and then the next one you're contracting because you're like, oh, well, I'm not as woo-woo as them. Kind of, maybe what about have they thought about the practical side of this? Do you know what I mean? Like, and so you're seeing it as like you're feeling it in an either expansive or contractive way almost.
But why not just be grounded instead of contracted? Why not be expansive and grounded?
And it's not about being one or the other, it's about just being. Like just be. You like drop the judgment that you are more woo woo or less woo woo, and just be like, you know, because that's where the magic is. Again, that is where the magic is. You are you. There is nobody else like anywhere on this planet out of 8 billion people, however many people there are, I don't know those figures because I'm not a sciencey person. I'm not into that stuff. But however many people there are on the planet, there is only one you. We may all have a doppelganger who stood next to us, would look exactly the same with the same mannerisms and everything else, but they're a totally different person. And it's about embracing that person and accepting that person and nurturing that person. And I think if we can do that individually, then, God, can you imagine what a nicer place the world would be? If we all just were just happy being ourselves
Yeah.
without fear of judgment or anything else. I mean, like even in the work that I do, I think some of the stuff that I say is fairly controversial in terms of the community that I'm in terms of the way that I see things. I believe that we all have personal responsibility to take account for in every situation. And that is not to say people get mixed up and they think I'm saying, oh, it's your fault. If you got attacked, it's your fault. That's not what I'm saying. But there is accountability in every situation for everyone in order to grow.
Yes.
And that might be just to put something to bed and move on with your life. And the whole kind of like I said about neurodivergence not being an excuse, I genuinely believe that. Like, and I am experienced in all of these things I have personal experience of. And so I spent years not speaking my truths for fear of people coming at me because some of it is controversial. But you know what? I know everything I say comes from a place of love. Everything, everything. I have no judgment about anyone at all. And so why shouldn't I speak my truth? And I think that's what everybody needs to do, but from a place of love. I don't mean that people are, that, are. racist and misogynistic and all of those people, I don't mean they should go around abusing people. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if you can look at everything that you do from a place of being spiritual and knowing yourself, weirdly, the Bible says that. I mean, like, I'm not Christian, but the Bible says, know thyself.
Mm. Yeah.
And yeah, like that is it. That is it. And like I said, I am in no way Christian whatsoever. I am in no way religious. But the crossover sometimes is interesting. And I think, yeah, that's what we all need. We need to know ourselves and we need to have compassion for ourselves and we need to love ourselves and nurture ourselves and grow. And if we are all committed, if we are all devoted to growth and learning and love and nurturing and compassion, I mean,
Sorted.
don't need the crystals.
Mm.
I mean, I still want the crystals, but
They're pretty and sparkly.
yeah.